Guys, welcome along to Rumble TV. Tonight we're doing something a little bit different. We're looking at the possibility of running the GT3s on a Sunday night. Our regular Monday night GT4 league will be back after Easter, but in the meantime we're excited to have a look at the potential of running GT3s on a Sunday night. Obviously with the rain now on iRacing, it's a good opportunity to try something a little bit different. We put together a session earlier in the week, invited people to come out and have a run. We had 27 cars on grid, as you can see. We're at the VIR circuit. Boys have done a short practice and a qualifying session. The race is about to get underway. Have a quick look at the grid before that happens. See that young Jack Boyd has come out for a run in the GT3 and landed himself yet another pole position. He's got Moz Moroz alongside him with Kyle Ridley and Glenn Boyd, Lee Harrison, Henry Fenson, Nathan Carpenter. You'll see that we've got blue and red numbers. I've had a bit of a play around with the overlays and set up a bit of a pro and am class, which is not set in stone at the moment, just playing around with some ideas. But you can see that Nathan Carpenter, the first of the pro am boys, out of 7th. Then we've got Damien Seeger, Dean Logsdale, Adrian Dingle, one of our newer guys to join us on the grid, Wayne Losh, Jason Lockie, over the page, we've got Darren Linus, yours truly, Phil Paradiso, Keith Logan. So will jump up to pro this season. Followed by Shannon Curry, Aaron Marsden, another one of our new guys, Graham Ellis, Andrew Roberts, Gary Grinnell, another new guy, Mikey Wood, yet another new addition to our grid for the GT3s. Then Matt Tesserero, Ray Harrison. Go over the page one time. Oh, we go over the page. Yes, we do. We've got rounding out the grid. We've got John Thorne, Glenn Hill, and David Logsdale. Racing underway and see what happens with GT3s. I think there's a bit of rain around, so it could get interesting as the race progresses. So let's get these boys underway and see what happens. Off and running. Playing with my screen as this all happens. See, Jack's jumped into the lead. Got Moz Moroz closely behind in 2nd. Glenn Boyd currently in 3rd. Get a bit of an idea on how much water there is on the track, hopefully. See, there's a fair bit of spray. Boys make their way through turn 2. Probably best to try and stay off the curbs at this stage of the race. Making their way up through the S's for the first time. Young Jack's managed to get out and hold that lead. These things are so much quicker than anything else that the Rumble crew have raced in the recent past. So this will be an interesting concept to see if it takes off. With the advent of rain, I think it's something that's got a lot of potential. The GT3 is obviously a very popular car on iRacing. Swore I'd never race it, but unfortunately the choices aren't that great. didn't get a lot of response for the 86s when we tried that. So always happy to look at our options. Seems like the GT3 might be the way to go. Just making their way through to end lap 1. It's a 25-minute race. Post to laps, we see Jack set the fastest time. That time round from a standing start. We've gone to standing starts because we've now got launch control on the GT3s and GT4s. So we'll be using standing starts across both leagues. Like Jack and Oz have managed to get a little bit of a break now on the rest of the field. Oh, further back we've got one that's coming a little bit hot there. Looks like he managed to hold on to it. Focusing on young Henry Fenson at the moment. Still a lot of spray. It's not actually raining at the moment, but there is a lot of spray on the track. Make it very difficult following the car directly in front. Might actually have a look at that. We'll see if we can find somebody that's... We're on board with Graham Ellis at the moment, following Adrian Dingle, one of our new boys. See the spray off the car in front. So, see who else we can find. This is Loshi, currently behind Nathan Carpenter, who is leading the AM class as we speak. And hear from the throttle application. Very difficult to get these cars off the corners. You tend to break into wheel spin very easily. Meanwhile, it looks like our 3 front runners are dropped below the 2-minute mark, lap time. Starting to young Jack and Moz look like they've got a bit of a break now on 3rd place Glenn, further up. Stay with Loshi at the moment. Oh, and looks like Nath's got on the power a bit soon. Oh, and Loshi's run wide as well. Very difficult to keep these cars on track. Got a bit of a mix of cars out there tonight. Looks like the Ferrari and the Porsche might be the 2 most popular. So that was Damo. The background getting a little bit sideways there. My phone ringing in the background. We're about 5 minutes, lap 3, 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes into the race. Darren Linus in the big Merc. Darren's had a bit of racing experience in the GT3. He's done a few Enduros with a few of the other Rumble boys. Darren should be right at home. Not sure he's done too many laps in the rain, but certainly knows the characteristics of the GT3s. Looks like Damo has called our first safety car for the night. Cars are all just grouping up. We call safety cars in practice runs just to try and keep the field a little bit compressed. Gives everyone an opportunity to run against each other.
we'll hold 60 once everybody's together. We'll get going.
Ammo's just giving him all instructions. Oh, it's Keithy Logan in the monster BMW. And we see Keithy roaring around in the McLaren in the GT4. It looks like he's dumped brands for the GT3s. At least in the initial practice rounds. Boys have got plenty of opportunity to swap cars between now and round one, which is after Easter. If anybody's keen to jump in and have a run on Sunday nights, what we'll be doing straight after Easter. Running an 8 rounds season. First time for the Rumble. Sure the boys will enjoy it. Just waiting on Damo. I think he's explaining to a few of the boys that have discovered they don't have wipers at the moment. Just given the announcement they're about to go green again. Might jump back up the front and watch young Jack get away.
Green.
And they're up and running. See in the background a few boys are looking to gain a few spots. That's not really what safety cars are all about, but I suppose people will always take any advantage they can grab, especially when it's wet. Closer you are to the car in front, the harder it is to see. This is Lee Harrison. He's just behind Loshi at the moment. You can see the spray coming off of Loshi's Ferrari. Lee moves out the way of the spray, only so he can find his brake markers. These corners are really tough when you're following the car in front so closely. Cars making their way gingerly down the hill toward the front straight. Most of them are staying well wide of the curbs. Probably not a bad idea. Well, Jack still leads us. Just over a second now on Moz. Field makes its way through turn 2. A lot of spray off of these cars. I'll back up at the S's. A bit of a gap. Jack, Oz, Glenn Boyd, who stole my number. It's crazy. See the amount of spray these cars kick up as they make their way through the S's. Meanwhile, back up the front, Jack's just over a second now on Moz. Still holds down second. Glenn Boyd third. Wayne Losh is in fourth. Lee Harrison in fifth, and it's still Nathan Carpenter leading the group, the AM boys. Bring that up, and you can see who's the leaders are in their respective classes at the moment. As Jack crosses the line, start another lap, lap 6. Go back in the field, catch up. So this is one of our new boys, Gary Grinnell, a Ferrari. Quite a group of cars there. That in front of Gary. It looks like, oh, it's actually Damo. Is he trying to make his way back through the field? But Damo couldn't decide what colour he wanted to paint his car, so he's gone half and half. Not sure if that's one of Damo's or one that he's found on Trading Paints, but doesn't look too bad actually. Jump on board with Damo for half a lap. You can see the rain's started falling again, so I don't think the track's going to dry out anytime soon. You can hear the wheel spin as gets a bit twitchy there. Closes up on the back of Keithy Logan, just ahead of him there. On board with Damo in the cockpit. Our helmet cam. Visibility is not good. Very gentle through this part of the track. Keithy gets it a bit sideways coming out of that corner. Oh, it's very twitchy. Damo will be keen to get past Keithy at some point. Keithy's on the radio. Oh, and both, it looks like G and Keithy run wide, and that's sucked Damo into nearly doing the same, but he managed to hold on to it. He's grabbed a couple of spots there. Meanwhile, not sure what's happened, but it's telling us that Moz has now jumped to the lead. Ah, that's because Jack's internet, famous South Australian internet, is doing what it normally does. And Damo's just called a safety car as Jack reappeared. Disappeared for a short time there. Back with us again now as we go under safety car for the second time. Lap 7. Wait for the field to bunch back up again. Currently Jack Boyd leading the pro class from Moz Moroz. Lee Harrison's jumped up to third. And it's Loshy. It's telling us that Glenn Boyd is out. No, Glenn has also jumped back. Nothing like NBN here in Adelaide. Certainly is spectacular. Damo's just explaining to the rest of the boys why Glenn and Jack keep disappearing all the time. Jump on board even at slow speed, there's still a lot of spray on the track.
Actually, Matty, that's a good point. Try Alt W colours for those of you that
Amos explaining to people how they could potentially find that. Get their wipers working. About to go green again shortly.
boys, stand by, that go green. Green, green, green.
They go. Oh. Bit of a melee further back in the pack. I think they get that sorted out. Field's well and truly bunched up after this latest safety car. I've got a few moves at the front. But Lee Harrison's trying to get around Glenn Boyd. Jump on board with Loshi. Watch the fight unfold ahead. Oh. Boys are all desperate to try and gain a few spots. Oh, got a few off there in the background. Bowled very wide that time. Oh, looks like a car further back that got on the gas a bit early coming onto the back straight, got themselves a bit sideways. Meanwhile, we're looking at Mikey Wood, one of the new boys. Oh, another spinner. That's Andrew Roberts, I think, in the Ferrari that's bowled wide that time. And that's, oh, Lee Paradiso, Graham Ellis, and not sure who that third one was. I think Damo has gone for another safety car. Yep, the leaders have slowed it right back down again to their 60 Ks. And Jack's still leading at the moment. Waiting for some of the guys at the back. Damo's keen to get this one up and running again. Back up and running. No.
Gotcha. All right, boys, stand by for green. We're about to go green.
False alarm.
Green, green, green.
There we go. See, even I don't know when Damo's about to call green, green, green. Oh, bit awkward in the background there. There was a few boys going sideways. Meanwhile, at the front, still Jack. Leading from Moz. Glenn Boyd in third. Followed by Loshi. Damo has moved all the way back up to fifth now. Make their way along the back straight. Oh, boys under the pump, trying to get through. Adrian Dingle in the Porsche, like he's to get through there. Currently second, Darren Linus just up the road a little bit. There's Darren. currently leading the AM class. Said these driver classifications haven't been finalised yet. A little bit of a play with the overlay software, see what we can and can't do. Intrigued to know why we can't get the rest of the car symbols up, the car logos, but we'll look into that. Lee, a Ferrari, dropped all the way back to 6th at the moment. Oh, it's Ray Harrison in the Porsche. Trying to track down the 2 Ferraris just ahead of him on track. And we've got a spinner in the background, and I reckon, not sure who that was. Might have been Dean Logsdale, actually. Meanwhile, still Jack Boyd out the front. Under a second ahead of Moz, who's done a fantastic job of sticking with young Jack, I must say. It's about 2.5 seconds back to Glenn Boyd at this stage, with Loshi in 4th. Both boys are into the 58s. Glenn 9, and I think the rest of the field are pretty much still down in the 2-minute range for lap time. So obviously the front 2 boys carrying quite a bit of speed compared to the rest of the grid. If Moz has got anything in the tank left, Jack, or jump on Jack. Gently through the turn onto the back straight. Here the throttle application, very gentle. Last thing you need is the back wheels spinning up, going nowhere, losing traction. Jack holds it in 5th, doesn't bother changing up to 6th. All the way back to 1st for this corner. Avoid the puddles wherever possible. Can hear him very gentle on the throttle now. Track is quite damp. And that's it. He's checkered flag is out. I know it's saying the white flag, showing the checkered, so interesting. What happens when you do replays, apparently. Anyway, we'll call that a race. And we'll just wait for the results to come through. So the boys to finish up their race. interesting. So now get the result. There we go. So Jack Boyd from Mosmoroz, Glenn Boyd in third, Wayne Losh in fourth, Damien Seeger in fifth, Lee Harrison sixth, followed by Ray Harrison. Looks like Ray was the first of our boys home. Really good effort. Then Henry Fenson, Adrian Dingle, Shannon Curry, Kyle Ridley, Dean Logsdale, Jason Lockie, yours truly, Nathan Carpenter, John Thorne, Mikey Wood, Keith Logan. Go over the page. Darren Linus, Matt Tesserero, Glenn Hill, Aaron Marsden, Graham Ellis, David Logsdale, Andrew Roberts, Gary Grinnell, and Phil Paradiso, who had some technical issues to quite make it to the end of the race. So there you have it. That's our first outing in the GT3s. If anybody out there is keen to have a run with us on a Sunday night, jump onto Facebook. Just find GT3 Rumble, our Facebook page, and yeah, join the page and jump in and come and have a run with us. Until the season proper starts, that's it for now. Thanks for